Welcome, my friend, to another tea chat. I have a bigger mug today. Can you see the steam coming off? I love a cup of hot tea. And this is one of my favorite cups I got on a trip when I was visiting my brother near Atlanta, outside of that area in Georgia. And it says shine bright. And so that is what I am drinking out of today as I sip my tea. I have a lot of things on my mind today as we begin the wonderful month of March. This is a month that we talk a lot about luck with St. Patrick's Day. I love to teach people how to create their own luck instead of waiting for chance, if you will, to supply those blessings that you want. I have two gifts that I am going to give you today as a subscriber to my YouTube channel. I want to thank you for being here if I haven't. I'd love for you to comment and share your thoughts below the video as if we were having a cup of tea together or coffee so that we can communicate and engage with each other. I want this to be a dialogue and not a monologue. So, one of my gifts that I have for you today is a free PDF that I describe in the blog that I did this month it is called Unearthing Your Inner Blessings, a guide by God and spiritual intelligence to create your own grace, your own blessings in your life. So that is available, and the link will be below this video. Grab it and discover 5 ways to unearth your inner blessings, your inner grace, so that you can create your own luck. So that's one thing that's on my mind today. My podcast this month is all about As We Think, So Are We. That's podcast number 127. If you haven't checked that out, go and dive into that one. It's got some juicy topics in there as well. For the remainder of our time together, I would like to talk about the subject of stillness. And I'd like you to imagine, close your eyes if you want, that you are standing on top of a hill all by yourself. What does the landscape look like? Perhaps a stream trickles beside you, or you can hear it, while birds are chirping happily above you. The sun is bright and warm, but not too hot because there's a gentle breeze that's blowing by. Everything is calm. No sounds of cars, no sounds of traffic, just nature. But even in this place, your mind is racing. You're thinking about the tasks that you left undone, problems that seem too big, you don't know how to solve them, and a brokenness in some area of your life that you can't fix. Although that you're here in this tranquil place, the sound of your own thoughts keeping you from enjoying what's really happening around you. Have you ever experienced this? We can do this in everyday life, not necessarily on top of a hill, but we miss the joys and the things that are happening around us because all of the mind racing. A couple of years ago, God put it on my heart to find stillness. Stillness is more than finding a location like I described. Stillness is more than being still. It's more about the mind than the body. Because we can lay on the couch and do nothing and not be still. Does that make sense? So learning to truly release and surrender all of those worries to God is a practice. It is similar, another word is meditation. What you're meditating on is worry or brokenness or lack. Something's missing, something's stressing. But be still and know that I am God. Stops all of those thoughts, and they bow their knee to the authority of who God is and that He loves you. Through this type of stillness, doing brain dumps of all of your worries and surrendering them all until you can come to a place of rest and ease. If you do this daily, it's easier. If you wait till you're having a panic attack, it's much harder. Through stillness, we can learn to pay attention to what God is actually doing around us. There is nothing like hearing His voice. Through stillness, though it is both active and passive, it allows God to refocus our vision and tune our ears. His voice takes priority over the noise inside. It requires surrendering our worries and our concerns, our problems, and allowing us to refocus our heart on God. This is a spiritual habit, and we become more equipped to give God the glory and the power to work in our lives instead of trying to fix it all, control it all. And notice what God is already doing. Some scriptures that I love is the Lord will fight for you. You only have to be silent. Ooh. Be still before the Lord and wait patiently for Him. Fret not yourself over one who seems to prosper in his way, for everyone will reap what they sow. One of my favorite quotes is, instead of telling God how big your problems are, tell your problems how big your God is. I encourage you to incorporate stillness as a daily practice, letting go of all of the worries and concerns that you can't change anyway. And coupled with the things that I talked about in the podcast, nothing will be impossible to you. So go check that out if it's aired already. And join with me in elevating what should be elevated and causing other things to be submissive that should be submissive. I pray a blessing on you. Thank you for being part of the Vibrant Living community. Until next time, I'm going to enjoy my tea. Bye for now.